I don't know what that was, but that is definitely a real noise. Hi, everybody. I'm Shauna, and this is Ring Light Crafts. We're going to give it a few minutes, let people come on. Today, while I get my paint ready. Today, we got to make some little decorations here. Let me get that piece of paint out of it. Oops. Don't want those. Put that right there.
Hi, Robin. Hi, Mel.
Hi, Robin. Hi, Mel. Welcome.
Hi, Jacqueline.
Hi, Jacqueline. I am getting my paints ready here. Kind of thick. Look how thick that is. Kind of cool. Hi, Anna. Hi.
Nana.
Oh, hi, Nana. Sorry, I thought you said Anna and I didn't have my glasses on. And I just stuck my hand and spilled the paint everywhere, guys, and put my fingers in the paint. Bear with me. I'm a little unorganized. It's one of those really weird days. You just don't quite seem to get everything done. Hi, Tammy. That's okay. I just happened to see the tip of a name pop in now. Okay. Today, I'm sorry. The only thing I forgot is pipe cleaners. So, but that's okay because everything has to dry before we do the final step anyways. Today, remember the Christmas cookies we did? Well, this is the same concept, but slightly different. Today, you will need your pre-baked, pre-cooked. Let me lower this so you guys can see this. Watch your eyes. Pre-baked and pre-cooked Valentines cookies. And we're going to paint these and design these. But I actually, as I was doing this, I just had this thing popped in my head where I want to actually put a mountain scenery on it instead of just painting it. We also have bowls. Oops, sorry, I'm bringing you guys up. And dogs are outside, I just remembered. Okay, so what you need is your paint brushes, water to clean your paints, of course. Hi, Darlene. Welcome.
Mel said yummy.
Yay.
Yummy.
Yummy. Yay. You know what? The only problem is you can't eat them. Yeah, no. They're actually like eating pure salt. Nasty. I wish they would, because I love some cookies right now. Pretty bad, I know. So paints. And today I'm going to be using, once again, acrylic paint. You can get these, well, pretty much anywhere, but if you go, the cheapest I will sell them is at Walmart. And they are 50 cents a piece. Sometimes you can get them 47. It's like, yay, extra paint. All right, so I'm going to lower you guys down. And you also need a glue gun and glue sticks, okay? Because you'll be gluing.
Hi, Mel.
She said hi, Mel. Honey, you may have to shut that window after all. Watch it. Watch your eyes, guys. What? Oops. My computer, I dropped it, and it literally just snapped. Ooh, no. Okay, guys, hopefully I make this computer last long enough to do this, because the whole RAM is just snapping. All right, so what I wanted to do is we're going to do two. We got these. I noticed one side's kind of crispy, and that's what I kind of do like that. So we're going to go ahead and do this side crispy. Whoops, I might as well use it off my desk. Can you guys see? Can you see it, Red? Whoops.
Parker Girl said you're going to spill something today.
I already did, Buckeye Girl. I spilled red paint, and as I spilled my red paint, I stuck my finger, see, my finger, into my pink paint. Just one of those weird days, let me tell you. Okay, so we're going to do this three different ways.
Mel said, oh, well, okay. And Parker Girl said, hey,
Hello. Hey, everybody, I'm glad you guys are here. If you wouldn't mind, please like and share. Now, on this one here, I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to kind of leave this all like it's all cracking because I think it's kind of cool. What we're doing is I took down all the Christmas tree ornaments that is just related to Christmas. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to make, because really cannot afford to buy right now. So we're just going to make ornaments to go on our tree. And there are many different ways to do this. Right now, I'm just going to get this one nice and red because I am so unorganized today that I got absolutely nothing pre-done.
Darlene said, I picked up 2 more cigar boxes to decorate today.
Oh, yay!
Mel asked, what is this cookie made out of?
I want to see the cookie boxes when you decorate them. Post pictures. Mel is made out of, what is it, Red?
Flour, salt, and water.
1 cup of flour?
Nope.
No?
4.
4 cups of flour?
1
Wow.
cup of salt.
1 cup of salt.
In the recipe guide, it said 1.5, but I ended up using like 2 cups of water.
And approximately 2 cups of water. The water you kind of just judge to yourself.
And Brooklyn Girl said, I poured Mountain Dew in my lap into my shoe on my life.
Oh my
She
God.
said she already done with
It's a good thing that this is just one of those days, huh, guys? Okay, this one we're just going to do red. But on top of this one being red, I wanted to add a little pink bow that Red was nice enough to make for me. A little tiny bow. Can you see it, guys? So I'm just going to set it aside. And I'm going to take my pink and I'm going to make this one just totally pink because I want it just really simple. Now on some of these we're going to be more elaborate. You know, you're going to add like lace around the edges. You can add all kinds of things to it. I don't know why I'm painting the back before I finish the front, but that's all right. So we'll just get it all nice and done.
Sharon said hi.
Hi Sharon, welcome. Okay, so here we go. We almost got this little ribbon painted. And you guys, you can add as much or as little detail as you want. On this one, we're just simply going to paint it. Because once this little guy dries, we're going to be putting it on here. I am going to set them out of the way. I don't have my little heater here. Okay. Now oh, that's my big one. Alright. Here's our other big cookie. I think I'll use this side. Guys, you want to get them all nice and hold. I guess because it's so cold that it won't hold as much as I wish it would, but they will last, so that's cool. What we're going to do on this one is I'm going to take these very fine brushes. I believe these were purchased off of Amazon. Because I want some fine little details here, so I'm just going to grab out 2 small ones. Set those aside. And I'm going to go ahead and start with blues, so let me get my blues open here. Because we don't want them all to just be plain, ordinary little hearts. That's kind of boring.
Mel said, can you say the recipe again? Old age here.
Sure can. Red?
1 cup of salt.
1 cup of salt.
4 cups of flour.
4 cups of flour.
And about 2 cups of water.
And approximately 2 cups of water.
Darlene said, what's the temperature of the oven and how long?
Temperature, Red?
It said about 200.
It started at 200, you guys. But I really think it could have been hotter. And frankly, because it is so cold, it pretty much seems like it took all day to cook these. So they probably took about, 2-3 hours? But I think in the summer, they don't take that long normally. Just so you guys know. Okay, let me get my little paints here. And then, of course, you know, it's because my husband. Oven. Sorry. Sometimes I just can't talk. Okay. Let me put my brushes here in water because I don't want to lose them.
Mel said, wow.
Yeah, it took a long time this time now. Last time, I don't think it took this long at all. This time, we just had a heck of a time with it. So today, I'm going to get like a little scenery on here. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to take my dark blue. And I'm going to go the back and forth motion like I would do if it was a canvas. That just kind of gives it that sky mixture in here.
Mel said, Red, send me some. LOL.
And I'm going to go ahead and add some lighter blue to it. There we go. Yeah, I know you hear them, huh? And go ahead and add some of the lighter color to it. Kind of give it the idea of some of the dark and some light parts of the sky. And I have a crack here. So what I'm going to do with that crack, I'm going to fill it up with paint. And then we're going to interpret that into something that we do here. Whether it be a tree, a stick, we don't know. But we'll figure it out as we go. Let me get some of this darker paint right through here. Oops. There it goes. Okay. So I pretty much got my sky going here. Put that water and some water. Now, since this is so small, I'm going to go ahead and grab a different...
Like I just said, I have a blue heart for you.
Cool. Let's see. Oh, there is one. There's a little teeny tiny one hiding down here. Okay, let me grab that brush. Come on, baby. Kind of square. Pretty cool, I think. Because now what we're going to do, since I don't have the type of knife that I normally would use on canvas, we're going to go ahead and make it our own. I'm going to use my table as my easel. Let's see. Oh, where's my black? I'm going to use brown. Don't have to be black. Size black takes away from everything. So we'll add some brown. Once again, it's just acrylic. Oops, don't need that much paint. Set that aside. I'm gonna go right ahead, take some of that with my brush, add it right into my white, brown, and then add a little bit of white to it. And then I'm gonna go ahead, get my brush straightened up here. I'm gonna put me some little mountains coming through here. Just the thought of little tiny mountains. So we got something a little different on our cookie. One side can be lighter than the other. Just kind of brush it down. We're not going after perfect because it doesn't really have to be perfect. It's going to be in the background for the most part. And then we're going to go ahead, just a smaller area. We're going to blend right through here. Kind of give it a strange little style. And then we're going to bring this as a bigger mountain, where a little crack is. And we're going to fill that up. And make it a little darker. This one's in front of the other one. So we want it to stand out just a little more. We'll go ahead and add some little details in here. Now with the knife, you just go kind of like that, and then you just kind of pull down, and it just does so much better. But we're going to freehand some of this.
Said happy mountains.
Yay, happy mountains. Kind of like the mountains around us right now. And go over here and pick up a little bit of that white, because I'm going to go ahead and make it look like the tip have just a little, do it on the sideways, a little bit of snow at the very tip of this one. There we go. Kind of bring it down. Now this one and that one's kind of blending, so what I'm going to do is when we get to that point, we're going to add some little trees or something to kind of bring that out. Or we can just go ahead, you can add a darker paint to the front, which I still have my white on this paintbrush. Add the darker to this brush and then just kind of bring it down. Kind of hide the blue in the back if you can. And then we're going to go ahead, let's just kind of cut this off right through there. Now at this point, we're going to go ahead and finish this little back one right here, just a little, like it's coming down. Kind of blend it in a little, coming this way. Kind of let it fade out. We'll come to our other side here. We're going to give it a nice big mountain right through here. Pick up my browns. And we're just going to bring it down. Nothing too fancy here. Kind of gives it like a little valley coming through here. Red, will you go ahead and shut the window, baby? Thank you. We'll get that going. Okay. I know, huh? It's a squeaky chair. I don't like it either. Okay. And we'll just pretend it's coming down here. Now what we're going to do with our mountains is we're going to go ahead and bring this one, whoops, get some of that extra paint off and the glue off my paintbrush. Bring this down just a little more, kind of make it mix in, and then we're going to start with that. Clean my brush. Whoops.
And also, we got snow on our mountains now, and it's 13 degrees outside.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we don't have snow where we're at. We're finally getting some greenery too, because we're finally getting a little bit of weather. Instead of all brown and burned, because now this past couple of summers, they just burn to the ground. If mountains can actually physically burn to the ground, ours would be gone. So we'll go ahead. Now I think what I'm going to do is kind of just bring out maybe some little tiny, let me pick up, little trees.
That 11 inches of snow, very cold.
Oh my God. I don't know how you guys can do it. Okay. That'll be the top part of our tree here. I don't know how anybody can handle snow. Okay, now what we're going to do is go ahead and pick up our green. Better than California? Yeah, it probably is. And we're just going to add a little teeny tiny, except that has more water in it than I like. Pick some up. Go ahead and add little teeny tiny, like little padding, just like you're patting it. Because you're not close enough to really see any details. You just know you got some green trees in there. So we're going to go ahead and come back down to here. And we're going to add a little more patty, but they're going to get bigger. Because this is closer. You're going to see it. And we're going to make it a little
Here
bigger.
says, hello ladies, late as usual, been cleaning my classroom, what a job.
Well, I had to do the same thing. I've been avoiding it like a plague. We're glad you're here. And we're just going to pat it and give it the idea that there's little bushes or something here. And once again, you go from the bottom up. You try to pull up some of the little tall trees, okay? Little happy trees. Don't have to have too many, because they're further away still. But now with the bushes part, my hands are numb again. Oh, I hate when that happens. Hi, Gail. Welcome. Where's my yellow? There's my yellow. Let me grab the darkest yellow. There we go. Okay. What we're going to do is, I kind of want, oh, look at that. I think they're kind of fun when they got bubbles. Oh, no, I had green on my paintbrush. Okay, guys, don't tell anybody. I just mixed my green with my yellow. Go ahead once again. We're going to use this as our little canvas. Take off some of that. Hi, Pray.
Hi, Ann.
Hi, Ann. Welcome. We're going to add just a little bit of yellow through here. Maybe kind of in a little trim. Kind of give it the idea that there's something there. Maybe the light's hitting it. We just don't know what the heck it is, because it's too far away from the human eyes to see anymore than just a sprinkle of the lights from the sun. I'm just going to add little tiny sprinkles. Oh, my eyes are so sore.
Hi, Doris.
Hi, Doris. Welcome. And now we're going to get a little bigger. Let me pick it up on a side piece here. Get that side belt. There we go. And we'll just add a little here. And a little tiny there. Now that further back, you can also go ahead and pick up your color and add a very little bit of yellow. Just enough so that you know that the light is back there too. It's just not as prominent. Okay?
And so thank you for letting us watch.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you guys for joining me. So let me wipe off my little brush here. And what I'm going to do is right through here, I think I might just Yeah, no, we'll go ahead and finish the
Nelson,
bottom.
I need a housekeeper. That's me. Well, I hate housework as I've gotten older.
You and I both now. Oh my God. I can't stand housework anymore.
Anne said me too now.
That's it. We're going to clean our brush up because we're going to take a chance. We're going to do some really big wipes up from the bottom to the top. Just wiping up. Giving the idea that there's some kind of stick there. Would help if I actually picked up paint. The very, very tip. Just a very tip. And I would start with, doesn't matter if it's a lot because we're going to be still working now. And just kind of pull up. And that ain't working so well, so we're going to change brushes. Just a very, very tip. Down brush, and we're just going to pull up.
Doris asked, is that a rock?
Oh, they're still outside. This is actually a cookie. Non-edible cookie. We're painting some stuff to design them all different kinds of way to put on our Christmas tree. Because I can't afford to go out and buy Valentines stuff for my tree. So we just figure we make them.
Sherry says, I love watching you.
Oh, thank you.
Tammy said, just got done with yours.
Cool.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina. How are you?
And said, are you painting wood or rock?
This technically is a cookie. Non-edible cookie. And that's what they eat these because they do make you very ill. So we won't eat them. Although I would love some cookies right about now. So what I'm going to do is I got my white, maybe too much. I'm going to use my hand, pick it up. And just pick up the very end. I just want to bring out a little bit of white. Hopefully this one will work. Just enough to give it just that little tiny touch. Extra touch on these trees.
Doris said, thanks, and Jacqueline said, pretty.
Thank you. Okay, there we go. Just enough. Remember, you cannot really see anything that's so far away. But you can just see a little bit of lightness, a little bit of detail. Not even enough to matter, really. Just to give you the idea that there's something there. Red, will you let those dogs in, please? Thank you. I'm more afraid of him going through the window than being outside by himself too long. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now. I'm going to go the opposite way. Where I got my trees, I'm kind of going to put in a little soul sign. And I'm going to change my brush back out. I decided after I want a little bit of water. Just a little bit of water. But I am going to make this a little darker. And I know it comes a little higher like that.
Sure.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
My home is clean, really, but the dust is taking over.
I love it. Your home is like mine then. Yay, I feel better. Okay, so we're going to add our little water in here. Just go kind of wild with it.
What is your temperature today?
Oh, I'm not exactly sure. Any idea?
48.
Oh, 48, Red said. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and get a small brush again. We kind of got our little water here going. Actually, can I get it? Oh, here it is. And what we're going to do is mix the two colors. Now, technically 3 because there's a little brown in there, but that's not going to matter. And we're going to make it look like it's coming out. Whoops. I should have wiped off my sides, huh? Like I always do. Make it look like it's just coming out. One more sword here. It's just coming out. And it's just coming out into nice water flowing here.
Hi, Brooklyn.
Hi, Brooklyn. Welcome. And there you go. Let me pick up some more white. That's getting too blue. Not too blue. And now we're going to make it look like this here. Just kind of get it to blend in. There's all water is coming out. So whatever was back here from that little shoreline, we're pulling it out. Oops.
Sharon said, yes, the dust is ridiculous here. For some reason, I dusted 2 days ago, and it needs it again. There's something I can't stand is dust.
That's it. I understand. Okay. We're going to bring it out, make it look like there's just a little bit of water on the wave here. Just a little. My paint's drying, so it's not letting me move it. Here we go. And there. Okay. So now we got our water going. And we had to fix this part of the mountain. And I picked up some of my browns. I'm going to go ahead and use my extra colors here and use them up. And take my yellow, kind of give it a mud color. And what I'm
says, I can handle 48. And Tammy said, yeah, I just dusted too. I just think the dust is worse.
I understand. We're going to add like a little tree right here on the bridge of this water.
Tammy said 48 would be great.
I
asked, how's everyone doing in this freezing weather?
It's hot here right now. It is very hot here. I just took a shower before the live and I'm ready for another one. Although the other night, apparently, well, I know it did for a fact, Tammy showed me, it stormed in Fresno last night and we were waiting to get the storm here and I think it just kind of bypassed us because I didn't see a drop of water on that ground. I'm not saying we didn't get some, I'm just saying I didn't see anything. I'm kind of really disappointed because I love rain. So we'll kind of bring out our little bush here. Notice it's much brighter than any of the other ones. Well, it's because one is really close. This is what we're going to see.
Hi, Gayla.
Hi, Gayla. Welcome. And now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take a chance, add some bold red.
Bill said Brooklyn's sick of the cold. Brooklyn said me too now.
I don't blame any of you guys. And I'm going to add just a tad of white on my brush. And just bring it through here because I want to get rid of that. Brown, I don't want to bring brown in this. I want to add. All I'm doing, guys, it's literally just patting my brush on it. Just patting. So there we have it. One of our little tiny scenes. Nothing fancy, just a little scenery. So hopefully on the tree, they all won't look alike. So we're going to go ahead and set this one aside, let it dry. Bring back our red one. This was just plain red. And then we have the little bow we're going to put on it. And frankly, it's a little soft still, but that's okay. I don't really like just a plain bow. So we're going to go ahead and pretend I know what I'm doing. And we're going to pick up some of the brown. Clean my brush, the sides. Okay. And I'm going to put like little fades of lines. Like we're going to imagine that this is where a circle would be. So we're going to pretend it's there. And then we're going to go ahead and bring some lines out.
Said, I don't mind the snow, but I hate the cold.
I understand that.
And Tammy said it was going away from you.
Oh, that's why we didn't get none.
And I said, are you guys close to the fires that are out there?
Honestly, I didn't know there was a fire right now.
And so it's pretty. Darlene says, good job. Doris says, pretty.
Thank you, guys.
Bruce says, my house is clean enough to be healthy and messy enough to be happy.
Ooh, I like that.
Brooklyn says, pretty. And Tammy says, very pretty, very good.
Thank you. Thank you all. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, bring in some of the white again, because it's missing this little section here, so that's okay. We're just going to bring in white, pick up a little bit of red. I probably got too much red, I can see that. And just kind of bring it in there. Give it the impression that there's something else there, even though we're missing that little spot. Then what you do here, you're going to have to bring out elsewhere. Somewhere you're going to have to bring out these colors again. Just to give it that little details. Okay, turn you around. We'll bring it here, and then we'll bring the white here. Kind of blend that in. And now we got a little flower, a little bow. That will hook on a little thing here. Let's go ahead and glue it. I'm just going to add the glue right to the back, even though it's wet, it's okay. Also, I don't get it on my finger, right? Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and place this one right there and push down just a little. Maybe count. Now this little ornament will go on a tree. It has a little bow, just something a little different. Put this one here. Let me set this aside. Let it dry. Let me grab these. Now we still have our leftover stuff here. And we can go ahead and take another one. But first let me cover, well, no, I don't have to. I'll go ahead and get a different brush. Get a bigger brush, you guys. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to actually paint it yellow. We're just going to paint this yellow.
Tammy says my house is clean but lived in.
There you go.
Dora says mine too, Ruth, but you can sure tell that people live here.
Oh my God, I love you guys. Oh. Thank you. Okay, we're just going to paint this one yellow. Get the size. On this here, I think we may go ahead and just be a little more creative. Not paint a mountain scenery or nothing. Although you could put little flowers on it. That's actually kind of cool idea. Pick up some more red yellow. Let me finish my edges. And the ox got in the house. Hello, ox.
Oh yeah, but that's the one.
That's all right. It will not kill him and be out of the house. We go ahead and pick this up. It's warm enough outside. They can be outside and play, have fun. But no, he wants to come in here and torture me. Silly dog. This is my ox. He's the big one. Okay, so we just got it nice and yellow. And what I was thinking of actually doing was something totally different. Do I have the other one? Ooh, I do. Let's see how well this will work. It's pulling apart. So we're going to be our own little creation here. We're going to go ahead and finish pulling apart. So now we got some beads. And still this rope. We'll go ahead and grab my scissors. Remember what I did with them. Uh-oh.
Ruth says 17 degrees here this morning and let see with wind chill of 2. I don't like this cold.
Yeah. I don't blame you there. We'll go ahead and cut this off. What we're going to do this time, guys, with this one here, because I want something just a little different.
I'd rather craft than clean any day.
There you go. Let me bring this closer. Hi, Crumbs. Oh, you can't eat that. It's not a cookie. Silly mutt.
Gayla says, be right back.
Okay.
Tammy says, love the cold, hate the heat.
Yeah. I actually don't love the cold.
Darlene said, same here, Tammy, hate the heat. And Brooklyn said, I'm with you, Doris. I'd rather craft than clean also.
Now we're gonna go ahead. I noticed I got some paint on it. I guess that was from a while back, but it's okay. We'll go ahead. And for this heart, so we got something a little different on all of these. And then we'll put little pipe cleaners in them like the other one, but I left them in the back room, so I'll do that later. We're just going to go ahead and glue our heart down. Make it something extra. That way we got all different colors on there. We got our pretty little bows. We can always add a bow to the middle. Paint a different color. So with this, I like this because you can paint little sceneries. Oh, maybe we'll do some flowers. I got all sizes of these little hearts. So we can paint some flowers or anything like that. Let's see how this works with this piece going this way. Come on, stay where I want you. There we go. Hold it there for a second. Let the glue have a chance to catch.
I hate Coal. Sharon said, I hate cold also. Yeah. And Tammy said, me too, I would rather craft too.
Yeah, me too. I'm not fond of cold. I'm not fond of extreme heat either, but I'm definitely not fond of the cold. I used to go whitewater river rafting, stuff like that when I was younger and able. I can't say able because I still could do it because I've been taught how to work with the disabled and take them on places like that. So I would know how to survive up there. But my back, even though I've been taught how to do it, I don't think my back can hold up. Not no more. I think if I said I couldn't do it, my boss probably come find me, hunt me down, and grab me by my hair and pulled me out to the lake. Say, "Okay, we're going to learn it again." We did all kinds of things. We took the disabled. We go mountain climbing. Well, slight mountain climbing, nothing fancy or elaborate. But we would go whitewater river rafting. We raft the American River as well as Kings River, of course. We also, which is also in California.
Said,
The Kings.
I can warm up, but it's hard to put in.
That's it. I agree with that one. We go camping. We have all kinds of fun. So now we got our little hoe, and that little piece just hates my finger. Okay, we got our little hoe, something a little different. Now we'll just put our little hook in there. We can also paint the back once it dries if you like. And I can see where my hand actually literally just pulled up the paint on this one here. So let me clean my brush again. And go ahead and pick up just a little bit of yellow. Good enough. And just cover where my finger was. Okay. If you want it, you guys can be creative with this. Watch me grab this. English yellow.
Is that the salt flour dough cookie?
Yes, it is. We're making ornaments for our tree here because we don't have any for Valentines. So go ahead. I'm picking up the yellow again. Excuse me. Thank you. But I'm making the yellow not as dull. Thank you. Thank you. And we're going to add the little coloration just to give it the idea that there's something missing or something else right in here. A little bit of yellow. And we'll call it good. After we take our white, dip the very end of our brush in, and we're just going to go zoop. And my brush had little hairs on it that I didn't catch. So I'm going to go ahead and hide that little mistake there because my brush had hairs. And we're going to blend it in to try to pick it up a little and just kind of bring it down. And then it will just kind of all smell together. There we go. Now we'll make a little, get rid of that. No problem. We'll go ahead and we're going to go ahead and make a little bow for this after all. But since this is yellow, I thought maybe something to just kind of make it jump out. So we're going to do green. Whoops, I was going to move my gun out of my way. We'll go ahead and get a green here. Going to paint it all green, nothing fancy. You guys can go back. You can add buttons and flowers and pins, all kinds of fun things, which is actually what I intended to do. But since I am so just unorganized today.
Start supper. See you next time. Bye.
Bye. Enjoy your supper. So we just got it nice and simple little task here. And then when it dries, we can go ahead, grab a little brush. We'll do it before it dries. You guys know me. We'll just grab some white. That's way too much white. And we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to give it little strokes here and there. Just the idea that there's something there. A little there. And maybe some here. Something here. And we'll give it one more tiny little stroke here. Get rid of that brush. And then when this thing is dry, go ahead and we'll just put it right. And we'll glue it on. But for now, we're going to have to call that one good. Go ahead and set it aside. Now we got a little one, which I'm going to actually go ahead and just do this one plain red. No flower, no nothing. Ooh. We're going to switch it back out, guys. What we're going to do on this one, I'm going to get the big brush because we'll make it real fast. I got paint on my hand. We'll go ahead. I think we're going to do it this color. And we're just going to cover the whole thing. Oh, there's no hole. There is a hole in it. Okay. We'll go ahead and cover the whole thing. Nothing fancy at all. Just get it covered. Unlike our little mountain scenery, I think we're going to paint something different. Totally different than a mountain. Let's pull away from those. And we can get the edges.
Says, I want to do something like this with my grandbabies. I kept my tree up and have decorated with felt hearts and garlands so far. Now I know how to make the dough. Tried toasting a pig but couldn't. Thanks for the inspiration and ideas.
Oh, my pleasure. Enjoy making them with your grandbabies and your kids. Oh my gosh, it'll be so much fun. I'm glad you're going to try it. I think that'd be great. Okay, so we'll clean this. My brush that I'm talking about. What we're going to do here is I thought it would be kind of nice to do something totally different than a mountain scenery. Like that's really going to dry it, right? So what we're going to do is my favorite flower. If I got the color up here, if I don't, we're going to pull it up here. And it's right here. This is one of my absolute favorite flowers to paint. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Little bit of purple, just a tad. Okay. You all right, love?
No.
You don't feel good still? You know what? Text him.
I can't. I already missed a week.
No, you missed 2 days. Technically, he missed 3. Poor kids. They just don't feel well. I don't know what this flu virus thing is going around, but it needs to just go and get lost.
I guess another week for her husband was just diagnosed with like the flu type A.
No. That's what I'm worried about with you kids getting sick like this. Okay, my favorite flower, guys. Red hasn't been feeling well for, oh my gosh, the last 3 days. Her doctor will be there tomorrow. She's not there today. So she'll be going in. We'll go ahead and we're going to stop at the bottom. And I'm just going to do some little curlies up. And then I'll go ahead and I'm going to bring down. And I'm going to make a leaf right here. I'm just going to put this little leaf in there. Nothing special. Nothing fancy. Just a little tiny leaf that peeked out of the corner. And what we do there, we're going to go ahead over here. Something very similar, but not quite the same. Just a little smaller leaf. That's going to come off the sides of the thing. Let me get to the half here. So we'll just kind of disappear. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a little loop here. Like there should be something there. Almost like a little face. See, like a little face, huh?
Welcome back, Melissa.
Oh, welcome back, Melissa. And then we're going to go ahead. Now what I'm going to do is pick up all the paint off my hands. Is we're going to bring it from the top. From like from top up. And I'll show you why in a second here. Top up. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, I understand that. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll make a little tiny thing like that. This little tiny thing. She said thank you, Ruth, in case you can't hear her, hon. And we'll go ahead and we're going to bring another little line here, maybe a little line there. Nothing fancy. Because we have to switch our colorations out. And now what we're going to do is I got this little fine brush here with a little point, supposed to, except for one snag. I am going to cut that snag off because that snag can just totally ruin it. There we go. I'm going to pick up purple. Just a little on the end. And what we're going to do is from where the top is, you're going to go up and down and make little dots. That's all it takes. These little teeny tiny dots. And they don't have to be perfect. They can run into each other. Absolutely doesn't matter. And then we're going to come to almost like a triangle shape with them. Sorry, my hand gets out of control sometimes.
Sharon says yes, right. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you, Sharon.
She said, thanks, Sharon. Then we'll go ahead and get the other side. We're going to do what we do there, we're going to do on this side too. And we're just going to pick up these little teeny dots. And now before we finish those flowers, we're all going to bring one here. And we're going to make it kind of fall to an angle. Once again, you're doing the exact same thing, just these little dots. And if they run together, it's okay.
Sharon said you're welcome.
She said thank you. And then we'll go ahead and add a little dot here. And we're just going to go ahead and do the exact same thing. This time we're going to give it a little curve on top. So a triangle kind of turning into like a little fish hook almost. And then we're going to go back here. Okay, now we got 4 little flowers going there. Rule of thumb is supposed to be odd. So we're going to add just a kind of a weird one coming in here. I think we're actually just going to make it from the bottom. And we're just going to come in like this. Now we're going to add a little one right in here. Okay. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and pick up some of this purple. I'm going to put it on my little messy table here. And I'm going to add some white in there. I'm going to add some yellow over here. Let me wash my brush. So what we're going to do with our flowers, we're going to pick up the purple with the white. That's why it kind of just all blend together. Here we go. The lighter purple, what I'm heading for, lighter violet. And we're going to go ahead and add little tiny light dots throughout of it. Not throughout the whole thing, just in certain little areas where you think they might want to be. So I'm going to go ahead and do it on this side. Add these little tiny white dots. Gives you the idea of reflection, little lighter flowers maybe. We'll put some just right through here. I'm going to go ahead and just pick up pure white. Whoops. And we're just going to go ahead and pat it. We're putting our little purple flowers on here. And really all we're doing is making little dots, guys. Truly all you're doing is making little dots. And there's 1, 2. Now we got 3 little flowers. Pick up some more white here. We're going to come over to this side. And we're going to make it where it's coming over, the white is coming over that little tiny loop. And then we can just kind of blend it out some into some of our other flowers. Now a big one here in the middle. We'll go ahead, whoops, pick up the white. I picked up purple. And get my brush a little more around it. I'm going to do the exact same thing here. I'm going to add different colorations to this one. Maybe a little more color because it's like dead center, basically. And you're going to see that. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a white. And add little tiny dots. Just to give it the idea that there's white there. Just pick up, there we go. And now I'm going to use my brush. Okay. Now what we're going to do, this one doesn't have a stem. All we're going to do is pick up a green. And we're going to make a little stem. Kind of went out a little further. That's all right because we're going to make it like this is part of the leaf coming off of it. And then we're just going to bring it down. And we're going to loop it into another leaf. And we're going to go ahead and loop that into that one. And now we got some little flowers. If you want, you can add some yellow in that. Anything you want, make it a little different. However you like. And we'll clean our brush. Let's do one. Let's just do one with some yellow. Let's see what it looks like, guys. Just curious. Let me wipe my hands. It messes up. One good thing about this, you can wipe it off, do it again. It's just for you, right? You can go on your tree, add a little bit of yellow in there, give that little pop of color. A little tiny bit of yellow. I hope you guys can see this. Seems to be so quiet here right now. Like, oh my God, it's too quiet. Okay, so we got some little yellow going in here. And we have to connect this flower. It's not connected to anything. I just realized that. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up some green. Whoops, not that much green. And we're going to go ahead and connect it. Do a little loop down there. Pull it right into that stem. And then you guys can always make more little leaves coming to them and going from them, however you want them. We add another one here. Make them big, make them small. Doesn't matter. Totally up to your own creativity, how you want to do it. There you go. Oh, this little guy don't have a leaf. We'll go ahead and give it a little leaf. And we'll go ahead and connect it because it also is not connected really. Let's connect it to the stem. There we go. So now we got some little flowers on this one. So see, the hearts don't all have to be pink or red. You make them any color you want. Now for our last one, let me set that one aside. Our last one, I was actually thinking, it'd be nice to just put little beads or something around it. Just something different. So we will go ahead, clean up all my brushes here. Okay, there we go. And I think, how about, well, those are gold, so maybe we should stick with white or yellow. I'm just going to pick up a bunch of white, and we're just going to paint this white. Matter of fact, I'm going to kind of leave it lumpy like that. I think that's pretty cool. I'll just get some off the edge. And if you guys want, you can always go back and do front and back. Just let them dry for a few minutes. Doesn't take long with acrylic to dry. One reason why I love painting on big canvases with acrylic, because you would think it'd be easy on a little one, but I really like the big canvases to paint with acrylic. Okay, we'll go ahead and switch my hand.
Brooklyn says, hope you feel better, Red. Thank you, Brooklyn. And Bruce says, I love watching you paint. I've learned a lot from you.
Oh, yay, I'm glad. Thank you. Oh, and Red said thank you, Brooklyn, in case you didn't hear. Okay, so we got this little one just sitting here. And I've been wanting to do something with these beads. I used to make dolls, well, teddy bear dolls. And I would decorate them and put little beads and little flowers and stuff all through them. And I did that when I was way younger. So I thought, instead of on the side, I'm just going to, oops, it's going to have to dry, I'm sure. Yep, that's definitely what we're going to do. Oops, I hope you guys can see. I know it's not dry, but I'm going to add the glue anyway, just because time, time-wise, everybody has the stuff they got to do. So I'm just going to add this. I forgot I didn't have to add so much glue. I just thought it'd be nice. A little round. You can write something in it, like maybe anything you want. Like, I love you, happy Valentine's Day, or X's and O's. Ooh, we'll do X's and O's. That song, huh? Went through your head, huh?
Yes.
She was at her violin class, and they have a little area for little tots, right? The little wee ones are running around in their area in class. This is what they're doing. We don't get to see them, of course, but you can hear them, and it's wonderful. These little tiny things running around, playing their musical instruments and learning to sing, and the song they have on is X's and O's. I don't know why that song. I think maybe one of the kids picked it, and it was their turn. So that's what they had. It was just cute. Yeah. And Red's like, that's an interesting song selection. She was like, Mom, really? The little tiny ones?
It's a fun song. It's not for 40.
It is a fun song.
Brooklyn said, "How was the dough made?"
How is the dough made? Okay.
It's 4 cups of flour, was a lot, and I mixed it in with 1 cup of salt.
4 cups of flour to 1 cup of salt.
And approximately said 1.5, but they're a liar. So it was 2 cups of water.
The recipe says 1.5 cups of water, but Jolene Red said it was a liar because you needed 2 cups of water. It obviously didn't work out with 1.5 cups. They do take a while to cook, guys, but once they're done and you get to paint them and work with your kids, it's so much fun. So here's our other little heart. I should have let the paint dry, but I didn't.
With your kids. Excuse me, I'm the one that makes them.
I know you're the one. Yeah, she makes them, guys. She cooks. You know, I don't cook. No, I do not do no cooking. She cooked it all. So on this one here, once the paint dries, I think I'm going to go ahead and put X's and O's. You know what? Since I did everything else while it was wet, might as well do that too, right? And if it dries, it dries. Oh, here's my little brush. And usually people, I think, will use black, but I'm actually going to use red. I'm just going to put X's. And this is my paintbrush, one of my favorite brushes that actually does not have any hairs on it anymore. So why I love it so much? Makes great little eyes, I guess. I don't know. I just keep them. Can't find myself to throw stuff away. Okay, X's. May have to wait until it dries, but at least we're going to put them where we're going to put them, right? Get that idea in there. Oh, you're welcome, Brooklyn.
Oh, he liked my suggestion.
Who?
You know how you joined that book club for me?
Uh-huh.
Well, there was this guy writing a novel, and he needed a name for a librarian, so I suggested Barbara.
Oh, there you go.
He liked it. So
I figure, I think I just got paint on my face.
Story now that I re-go through it.
So we're just going to go ahead. She's silly. There's supposed to be a group where you guys are actually physically supposed to read a book.
Yeah.
And then answer stuff we got in it.
I forget what it kind of is. It's pretty much, we're reading the owner's book.
Oh.
It turns out she started the book club for the evaluation of her own book. And while that's a little bit annoying, I give her props because that's amazing advertisement.
Yeah. That's actually quite brilliant.
Yeah.
Because the school actually suggested it. So I'm really impressed that she did that because she got the schools to participate. That's amazing. Okay, so we're just going to put our X's and O's. She's talking about a book club group online. And it's supposed to be for school kids, all ages. And I guess the lady did it to advertise her own book. That is so not working with the paint being wet. Well, anyways, you guys get the idea. We'll just carve it in there then. There you go. Because it won't let me paint it. It's just too wet. But that's okay. So anyways, I'm going to raise you guys up. Well, it's his. I know. I think I totaled this computer. I totally do. I think I probably dropped it, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. And the last time was a doozy. Okay, so today with the mountain scenery, guys, let me get a hold of it so you can actually see it. It seems to dry pretty good. We're going to put little pipe cleaners in it once they dry so we can hang on a tree. And we'll probably even spray them so with that clear glass so they got that nice little shininess to them. So we got our mountains and we got our little hearts. I'm sorry, our little flowers.
Mel said this was fun. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Mel. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm glad you came to join me. And we got our little one here that I still have to glue this on. So I'll do that before I put it up. And all other little X's and O's. With these cookies, guys, when you make the dough, it makes a lot of cookies. So make all kinds of things for all different seasons if you got the cookie cutters, and just put them away and store it. That way you're not wasting your dough because it makes a lot of dough. So I thank you guys very much for joining me and Red today. And I hope you liked what we made. And as always, be blessed.